So welcome to the Dragon Mall Islands, as you can see.
Thank you.
Yep.
Pleasure to be here.
Pleasure to be here.
We'll see if it's a pleasure or if I'll get stretched or something.
Mm-hmm. So, it's the middle of the day. You guys are currently in this little place called Middle Francia. It's it's to the right, direct right of the floating isle.
Okay, so on the Dragon Isle.
Mm-hmm.
Middle Francia.
Middle Francia.
I see it. It's the big dot directly to the right of Floating Island, which is the really big dot.
Yes.
I see a very tiny text and the yellow.
You can use the like the top right thing. It's a
I
slider.
know, but I don't want to zoom in. I'm fine with this.
Okay. So you basically know where it is. It's on the Middle Francia, on the Dragon Isle, which is next to the floating isle. You can always see the floating isle from Middle Francia, even though Middle Francia is probably one of the biggest cities around.
Well, surely it does look like the biggest city in the Dragon Isle.
Mm-hmm.
I thought we were on the Forlorn Isle. On how well?
What?
I thought we were on the Forlorn Isle because I'll change that in my backstory then.
Yeah.
Fuck the Forlorn Isle.
That was like Dinner Isle though, so I thought.
Yeah,
we
it's the
there.
entrance aisle.
Down.
Yeah. So you're here. It's the middle of the day. On the, as I said, you can see the floating isle. Between you and the floating isle are two titans. Elu, what does the first titan look like?
You're asking me? Oh, I have no idea. It's essentially a giant. Wait, give me a second to look up what these things are supposed to look like.
You can make up whatever you want.
Okay, then the first titan, it looks like your stereotypical giant. It has a vaguely humanoid shape. It has two giant legs, but instead of arms, it has giant pincers instead of hands, at least.
Pincers instead of hands. Okay.
Yep. And it has a single eye like a cyclops.
Okay, cyclops.
And no nose at all.
No nose.
Yep.
What does giant number? What does the second titan look like to you, Gab?
Oh, okay. Well, the second titan is literally a winged flying dickman.
Winged flying
Dickman, yeah. Basically, it's like a gigantic human, but instead of a head, he has a dick.
Okay.
And it has wings on its back, like 4 wings, all black.
Four black wings.
4 black wings on his back, and that dickhead is massive, bro.
Massive.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So these two are fighting. What's the main? These two things are fighting each other in the middle of the harbor. So there's waves just basically crashing over the dock area. Are you even near the dock area?
I fucking hope not.
Okay, so you're on your horse somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Eli, where are you gonna be?
Where are we right now?
You're currently in Middle
In
Francia.
fact, actually, I'm just entering Middle Francia from the southeastern road.
Okay.
With my horse, and like the first thing I see is these two giants from very far away from where I suppose is probably the harbor or something, fighting, and one of them has a head made of dick, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening over here?
Alright, I'm standing.
It's literally like I'm so tempted right now to just turn my horse around and go back to
Who knows? Fuck all.
to either of those little towns on the road.
Alright, well, I'm standing in the middle of what would be like the marketplace, and I'm, magic. Oh, I can't make hand gestures there. Take my hand off the key. And I'm just showing off magic, and there's this huge crowd of people around me, and I'm stealing all of their money.
Okay.
Not directly, of course. I have little minion kids who are helping me out.
I mean, they must love your show a lot if they're watching you instead of seeing the two titans fight.
It doesn't matter where they're looking, actually, because I'm stealing their money no matter what.
That is true, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and I guess these titans have started fighting, and I'm mostly ignoring them in favor of pickpocketing people and gesturing at my minions, hurry up. Look, I'm paying you kids, alright? You better take all of their shit.
Alright.
Little kid, if you don't meet your quota, you're gonna get spanked.
So I got the first Titan just basically clipping at the second one with his pincers. Is there a weapon in the second-hand Titan, Elu? Or is he just fisting him?
Well, the Titan that I described to you just has those pincers, so he's just pinching at him.
Mm-hmm.
And occasionally he reaches back and charges up some kind of laser shot with his pincer and shoots that at the other Titan.
Laser shot, okay.
Yep.
How's the other one fighting back, Gab?
Well, he has like two giant wooden clubs he wields in a dual wielding stance, but mostly just usually headbutts the enemy. headbutts the enemy with his dickhead thing. It just like kind of more focusing on trolling the enemy, humiliating that you're getting dick slapped on your head with a dickhead, like
The first
literal
Titan finds
dickhead.
this infuriating, I would imagine.
Yeah, and sometimes getting hit by a wooden club, like just like that.
Just like that. Alright.
Yeah.
Good job, team. Good job.
Thanks. Oh god. What did I just do?
You know exactly what you just did.
So, give me an attack roll for the giant, for the Titan.
Which one?
Your one. Just a normal D20 roll.
5.
So he's just missing this guy.
He is so incredibly angry right now. He's flailing everywhere. This fucking thing is dick slapping him, god damn it.
Mm-hmm. Gab, give me an attack roll for for your Titan.
4.
It is a slap fight. They are both pathetically slapping each other.
Mm-hmm. So instead of being like a great epic battle between these two, it is the most comical thing you have ever seen. The only thing you're actually concerned about are these waves just flowing up into the topics.
And missed laser shots, I'd imagine.
There's still a comical level of laser shots.
Like more the laser shots. It looks like the lights at a disco.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Stroboscopical lights.
Alright, give me some more attack rolls, you two.
We get a bonus for rolling this. I think the first Titan has fallen over into the water tripped over nothing seemingly.
So that's the second. That I'm rolling for the second giant.
Yeah.
And I'm the first Titan.
You rolled a 5 and a 6. It is. You can't tell who's winning if anyone's trying to win at this point. They're just going at each other. There's water all over the place. They're all wet.
They're wet. Oh my god, the dickhead is wet.
Imagine you want to see you rolling.
Alright, give me another roll, Gab.
Okay.
Ooh, it's a 10.
10.
So the second time hits, but not like hits. It's like he whiffs, but at the same time, the other one falls. Alright, give me some more attack rolls.
Oh, we're doing great, Jay.
Oh, 12.
I'm glad I'm wasting all these right now.
So the first Titan looks, or the second one, the winged Titan, has given up actually trying to hit him and just like started using his wings to just cause a gale towards the other one, keeping him down, but not actually doing any damage to him. Alright, give me some more attack rolls.
I feel like I should stop.
I won! He's gonna laser himself to death. He's just tired.
He's just fallen into the water and just can't get up. He's just drowning.
Yeah.
So the first Titan has basically disappeared under the water. You don't know where he is. The second one's still furiously beating his wings. There's still water, coming into the docks.
Which one's for the comeback?
Alright, give me a roll, Gab. So the second one still hasn't come up. I mean, the first one still hasn't come up. Second one has landed in the water. You're not sure, and he's like stamping the area. You're not sure if he's actually knows where the first one is, but it's happening. It looks as ridiculous as it should be. Alright, give me some more rolls.
Finally getting somewhere.
Finally.
So you see this massive uppercut come out from the water as the first Titan attempts to hit the second one. It looks good. But it doesn't connect. Second Titan first Titan just kicks him. And he goes flying.
More rolls?
No. I got to the part of the story where I wanted him.
Oh, okay.
As ridiculous as much as this has become.
Okay.
And then it's flat fights. He tries it. Alright.
I just need to look at something really quickly. Alright, let's shift you guys. So, that Titan, first Titan, just like backwards swan dives onto the town. Where are you?
Well, I'm in the market, and
Alright.
Gab's at the south entrance.
Make me a D6 roll for each of your backgrounds.
So 3 rolls then?
Yeah.
So a D6 roll?
Just one.
What?
Okay, so
Wait, what?
Well, 3 rolls, right?
yeah, 3D6.
One for each
roll.
background.
Oh, okay. So since I have full
For each faction, that's what I
background,
meant to say.
So
what?
3d6 per background, or just one roll?
1d6 per background point.
So what I did.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And what are the points?
They're just d6s.
Like, yeah, no, but he has like a +5.
He
my
just
background
he I said backgrounds when I meant to say factions.
The rolls, it's +1, +0, -1.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't actually.
I
It just the amount of d6s you're rolling, not the doesn't the
Okay, now I'm
relationship
Okay, so I
status
need
is
to
what.
roll 3d6, right?
Yeah.
Without any numbers
With
modifiers.
no modifiers.
Oh, all right. No, sorry. Gonna redo it separately.
That's fine. That's fine.
Oh, okay.
Just need to relook at your backgrounds or your relationships. So when you get when you roll your d6s for your factions, if you get a 5, it's a minor effect, and if it's 6, it's going to be a story effect, basically.
Oh, okay. Well, I got a 1, a 4, and a 6.
Yeah.
I got a 7, a 3, and a 5.
I actually need to look what these factions actually do.
How do you have a 7?
+1.
It's not a 7, it's a 6.
6 + 1.
There's no plus. As I said,
Oh, no, wait, shit, never mind. You're right. You're right. I take it back.
so Gab is immediately collected by what appears to be a knight. He's like, just your average knight. It's like, come, we need your help. He's
Okay,
basically grabbing your reins and dragging you with him towards the head of the giant.
Wait, he's doing what?
You're on your horse, right?
Yeah.
He's grabbing the reins of your horse and like basically dragging you towards.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it's okay. I'll let him bring me to.
Like, we need a help. Let's go.
Yep. Okay, fine. It's good to get some connections right away.
It's a bit of a town guard looking guy.
No, it's fine. You know, he's probably one of those kind of guys you want to bring to a tavern when they're not on their watch, and drink with and get wasted with, and they got the best stories or something like that, or maybe they don't. Doesn't matter really. So, what's that blue thing?
The Titan.
Oh.
Literally, like his area of effect, where he landed.
Oh, okay. So, wait, okay, so wait, is this guy me?
No. That's where Elu was. That's where I just randomly placed him. There's the
We're on the
market.
bottom of the map.
Oh, okay, I'm at the bottom. Okay, so that's me. Okay, yeah. He has a mace in his hands. That guy must die. I'm gonna suicide. I already know now that I will have to suicide because I do not like that sprite.
That's just something I found really quickly to do this.
I know, I'm kidding.
So you're basically headed that way. Does that not appear?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm headed that way.
So that
through
was
the roads.
not what I intended that to be.
Going through the road.
Yeah, that's basically where you're going.
Yep. Because I'm going through the road.
It's a question.
It's a question.
So when you wanted us to roll our factions, it was 1d6 plus nothing?
No, yeah.
Okay, so I'm making a macro for factions right now. I'm trying to figure out what I should make the roll.
It's 1d6, and it's the relationship's either, and how the relationship is basically.
So how do I count how the relationship is? If it's minus relationship, what do I do to the roll?
Just roll a d. When I ask you to roll a d6, I'm gonna. It's basically at the beginning of a session. I'm gonna ask you to roll the d6 factions.
Okay.
And we'll kind of story with it.
Give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Let me.
Alright, I have a factions button now. Ooh. I'm just gonna test my macros since I can. For backgrounds though, what kind of roll is that?
What?
If you wanted us to roll backgrounds, what kind of roll is that?
It's a d20 roll plus your modifier.
Okay.
Where is that?
Okay, got more snacks. What's the roll for?
Oh, nothing. I'm just testing macros.
Okay. Well, I have no macros. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm super fancy like that. Just get on my level.
Your level? What level?
Advanced.
Oh. Advanced on what?
I'm just the advanced level. You want to know what level I was on. I just figured I'd give you, In any case, like I say, there's a fallen giant in front of me. Should I be helping people? Or is someone going to come and collect me too?
Nah, you're probably like, oh, let's leave him alone. He's just pickpocket.
He'll be fine. That's that giant of wood sticking through him. It's supposed to be there.
Yeah. I mean, I could help him, but guys, it will cost a fee and everything.
I might be a dick, but I'm not an asshole. Come on.
I mean, okay. If you say so.
I do say so, and that's all that matters.
What happened?
Nothing.
I got back. And I'm also trying to open this packet of crackers.
That's interesting.
That is, yeah.
Me trying to open a package of crackers is interesting.
No, me saying it's D20. Can't you hide those, by the way? Isn't there like a D20, a DM roll? You can hide those.
Yeah, I can hide that, but I'm this.
You got a 20. Great. That can't be good because it's.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck.
Yeah, we're screwed, dude. We are SOL.
We're so screwed. We are so screwed.
I'm just trying to determine who meets up with Elu.
Well, it could be,
It's gonna be a woman, and she's gonna knee him in the dick.
No, it's gonna be a woman, and she's gonna have very large tracts of land.
Yeah, I mean, you can sit rest, I think, you know? No.
Well, it's either gonna be Barney's minions or
I'm
Big
voting for
Boss's.
the kicking you in the dick thing.
Well, Elu, when you look around after the the Titan falls, none of your minions, as you call them, are around.
Cowards, I'm gonna fucking
What you
get out of
see
that
is a
way.
large woman who happens to be
I tip my hat, milady.
a ghost
Ah.
of what looks to be, or what used to be, a Medusa.
I immediately don't look her in the eyes. And get the hell out of there as fast as I can.
Okay. You run from the ghost Medusa.
Yep. I bravely ran away.
Ilu's first encounter, a ghost Medusa. Choose an option, run away.
Run away. Run the fuck away. Get the fuck out of there.
I don't think ghost Medusas keep their ability to petrify people, or
I
do
think
they?
it's a Medusa. I think it's scary. I think from level 1, I don't think I want to deal with it.
Fair enough. But it's just a ghost. I'm not sure how much
Ghost. I'm
it
not
can
fucking
do.
with a ghost. If I look like a priest to you, it's fucking undead.
I didn't say you ought to fuck with it. I mean,
I'm saying I'm
dude,
fucking
you're in the marketplace. Keep your pants on, goddammit.
So in your rush, you end up heading towards the torso of the giant Titan.
Okay. Sounds fair.
How are you running away from him? Her. Actually,
So...
Gab,
Yeah.
what is in his way? What is obstructing him from running away from the Medusa?
There's like this carriage of haystack that can't move anymore because the Titan's in the way. So it's just standing there with the two bulls who were the manpower pulling the cart. That's just and the owner of the carriage and the haystack and the two bulls is just desperate because he doesn't know how to proceed. He has to sell the haystack, and there's this and this carriage is really huge, and it's standing right in front of Ilu's way.
All right, Elu, how do you get around that?
So I look at Medusa, and I turn the other way, and I just start to nope out of there. And suddenly there's this carriage in front of me. So obviously, what I do is I go under it.
You go under it.
I just make a dive roll under it.
All right, roll me a background.
Street urchin? Question mark?
Yeah, you can do that.
I don't think noble firstborn or mage apprentice would count here.
Okay.
So I just do a roll. I
Yeah.
go under it.
You go under it. It looks cool,
It does look
but you
cool.
have a black spot all over your back now.
Damn. It looked cool though. It's all that matters in my book.
So the town guard's dragging Gab by the reins and just like pulling him. What's the first thing they counter, Elu?
Obviously, there's this building about to collapse, but there's this child right underneath it. What do you do?
Well,
It's
I'm
burning.
sure-
It's on fire somehow.
I mean, I'm sure the town watch guy will try to help, but I'm not a paladin. I'm not a bastion of goodwill and wanting to help others. Honestly, I was told I had to help with moving a titan. I'm not gonna do shit for the child in the burning building.
Okay.
Except maybe help throwing water at the building to try and calm down the flames. But I'm not jumping in for a fucking child. I don't fucking care.
Oh,
I'm
pardon.
not.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like, I mean, I can help, but not as far as diving into a building on fire.
All right.
No matter how. I mean, I'm helping in a certain sense, so it's okay.
All right. Roll me a background for that.
For not helping?
No, for he's gonna put out the fire in the building, isn't he? Sort of.
Yep.
Okay.
So I need to roll a d20.
Yep. Which background are you using?
Town Watch.
All right. Add those points. Roll your d20.
Hmm.
So the town guard goes for the child immediately. Gab's over there, just like grabs the first thing of water he finds and starts throwing it at it, only to realize it's actually a chamber pot he's wielding. The building goes down, but no one gets hurt. Though Gab is now a little stinky.
Oh, fuck. I'll have to wash myself.
Mhm.
My
I don't think you
hands.
have time for that.
I mean, how the fuck did I pick the chamber pot up? I could
There
have picked
was
it in a
actually
way that I didn't get stinky myself. What the fuck?
there was actually a chamber pot merchant right next to you, which is why you reached for that.
Ah, god damn it.
Of course, you tested each and every one of them very, very intently.
So Elu's ducking and diving, trying to just at this still. Is he still? Let's see here.
Oh yeah, I'm still trying to get away.
Yeah.
I have no idea if it's still following me, but I'm still running.
The area is pretty much. You've gone from like normal buildings to earthquake like 5.0 buildings, medieval buildings that have just suffered a 5.0 earthquake area.
Mhm.
What does Elu get into now, Gab?
Well, from one of the buildings, you can hear a yelling voice that screams for help. But looking at the building, anyone will think it's about to. Whatever remains is about to crumble and just bury whatever is inside to death. He will have like very little time to do anything if he wanted to do something.
Alright, this voice that I'm hearing from the building. How is there an age? Do they sound like a man or a woman or?
It sounds female, but you can't. But since there's rubble and everything, you can't quite make up if it sounds sexy or not.
Alright, in that case, Lisa,
Mm-hmm.
these buildings look like poor people buildings, or like fancy like shops or something.
This is basically the middle of town, so it's like middle class level.
Alright, then in that case, can I use my background in nobility to say I know what these houses would look like on the inside and try to find this person and save them?
Yeah, sure.
And I roll an 18 to save this damsel in distress. So I go right to the room where I think this person would be, I would assume.
Okay. I don't know if you saw that roll, but
I did not, I don't think.
the roll that wasn't a 14 afterwards.
I didn't see that after 14. I only saw an 18.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
me too. See any other?
That's the actual GM roll.
Yay!
You come across a woman. She looks kind of mature for her age, or a mature one. Probably like 200-300 years.
Oh, okay, interesting.
But she's like a 40-year-old to you. Still prime.
Yeah. I did that.
She appears to be, kind of a secretary in that building.
Mm-hmm.
How do you help her out?
Well, I found her, and obviously, what kind of state of distress is she in?
She's in, her distress is the fact that, the building has kind of collapsed around her, so she isn't able to move out. And she doesn't have the strength to push her way through.
Okay. So there's rubble all around her, and she's like, maybe her leg's pinned or something?
Yeah.
Can I use my spell, Acid Splash, to destroy the rubble?
Yeah.
I will do that. What do you want me to do?
You just do it. Well,
I made a d20 roll, which would be, I don't know, I have no idea how 5e spells work. I might have to change that. How do you want me to do this?
Well, we're still in a story
the-
story mode, so.
Okay. So
When you
then
say
I just do that then.
Yeah, you expertly use your acid to remove the to reduce the strength of the rubble, the density.
Yes.
And you and her are able to exit the building. It isn't like collapsing immediately, but it is slowly collapsing.
Like shaking side to side.
Mm-hmm. It looks like it's going to collapse, but not soon. Like pieces of the building are actually falling as you walk out.
Got it.
On the other side of town, Gav's, there are more town guards, more people moving towards the Titan. What kind of situation does he find himself into, Elu?
Well, see, there's actually, as he's running towards this Titan with all of his guards with him, this huge mob of people start streaming towards them, trying to run away from this Titan.
Oh god.
And they're screaming and yelling, "Oh God, help me! My leg!"
What do you do, Gav?
Well, I do my best to push past them, or actually, no, I do my best to, using my experience as a next town watch, to help the other soldiers of the town guard to try and calm as many people as we can down, so that the panic doesn't spread, no extra unneeded damage is done. Kind of trying to do some crowd control.
All right. You can roll your background, and I forgot you can add a relevant stat like your charisma, if you had charisma. And
I don't have a modifier for
so just
charisma,
a d20 and your
plus
background
the
point.
2 for background. Yeah.
So what background are you rolling?
Ah, fuck. Town Watch.
Okay, that's good. Okay. So Gab, trying to calm down people, it's trying to calm down people with the point of a sword. Like you should be calm. You should be calm. Smack with the back of the shield. He might have gone unconscious, but he's now calm. You should be calm. Trip. He's good. He just makes his way through. Gab's making his way through, just hurting people, but at the same time, reducing the amount of people that are trying to run through them. Just minor scrapes and bumps. They won't die from that.
Be calm, right?
Yeah.
Be calm.
Calm becomes them.
I'm broken. Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Okay, now I'm calm, and then I'm not calm.
Am I in this thing's armpit right now? 'Cause that's decidedly where I don't want to be.
That's where you popped out. You're basically where his arm would be. Somewhere between, like, his, somewhere around his gut area.
Oh,
If you assumed where his gut was. Who does he meet there? Gab?
Well, first of all, there's the elven woman who's following him, like love struck or something. The hero who saved her, and right close to the Titan, he sees what seems to be some kind of weird magician with weird instruments trying to do weird things to the Titan, like peeling off pieces of skin and other things. And then there's these priests yelling to repent to everyone, especially the mad guy who's doing weird things to the Titan. And there's like a bunch of people with random items, like anything they found among the rubble and everything, hitting the Titan as if it would magically make it disappear. And there's one guy with like this wooden sign with written with some kind of paint, "The end is coming."
So essentially I found myself at a dead end with a bunch of crazy people.
Yeah, apparently.
Is that what? Okay. Is there still Medusa chasing me?
Is there still a Medusa chasing you? Do you have that dice roll set still? Nope, okay. You can roll me perception if you wanted to.
Perception.
Yeah. D20 plus wisdom, basically.
I haven't set up my stat rolls yet. I'll do that right now.
I think there's a button to just press it in that character sheet. Actually. Yeah.
Yes, there is. Why was there 2 there, though? Oh, because my roll plus... No. No, why was there 2 rolls there?
It's because whether or not it's advantage or disadvantage.
No, there's 2 different rolls. One's a 5, one's a 7. I'm gonna stick with my 12, though.
Yeah, you're sticking with your 12. But yeah, if you're rolling... Because 5th edition has advantage and disadvantage, you would roll 2 dice.
Yeah, but one's a 7 plus 2, which gets me 9, and one's a 5 plus 2. And I have neither advantage on or disadvantage on this roll.
Yeah. It's just set up
Alright,
to roll advantage, disadvantage regardless on the character sheet.
Then. Never mind. Okay. In any case, 14.
So I think it is. I haven't figured that character sheet out completely. But I like that it does something special like that.
Alright.
So you don't see anything.
Well,
Not in the least bit. Except for these crazy people and things happening. As you had been.
I'm gonna nope out of there, because I don't want to deal with crazy people. I'm just gonna turn around and be like, we can't go this way. Try a different direction. You need to get out of here. And I drag my elven maiden with me.
Alright. So you turn to a different direction. You go down a alley.
Yeah.
And there's the Medusa again.
Not this way, I meant the other way. So I go back to the crazy people. And I grab the guy holding the sign saying the end is near, and I point to where the Medusa is. You should go check that out.
Alright, how are you going to
Go
convince
that
him?
way.
Alright, roll me a background for that.
I'm going Nobleborn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an amazing smooth.
You can roll your charisma with it too. Or you can add your charisma with it too. Let's just say.
I screwed my roll up, god damn it. I think he's gonna go check that out. I don't know.
So the guy whose end is near, with his sign, right?
Yeah.
Just flips over the sign, takes off, this disguise, and he's like a fully dressed, like ninja at this point. Completely in black. Immediately, like, pulls out a potion, what appears to be a potion of some sort, and just hucks at the ghost Medusa. It hits her, it explodes, and she's gone.
Awesome.
It's very awesome. But at the same time, you realize that your ground is rising as the Titan gets up and basically flicks you into the air.
What? I thought I was under its armpit.
You were down. Yeah, you had no idea where his actual arm was. It was just covered in rubble. He gets up. He just.
Oh shit.
Ah! Both arms up, and up you go in the air.
Oh, okay.
The only person you
soar.
see is yourself in the air.
Oh. I shout, "No, my true love!" as I fly away.
At this point, Gab has reached the head.
As it's thrown its hands into the air.
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 Air's in his hands in the air. Debris all over the
Air.
place. What's Gab?
Encounter.
What? Yeah. This
Flying
Titan's
rocks,
getting up right
obviously.
now.
There's flying rocks raining down on him.
Mm-hmm.
And there's people actually flying at him too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what he's encountering.
Yeah.
People and boulders.
There's debris, there's boulders, there's cats, there's dogs, there's people, all of them basically raining at you.
One is a devilishly handsome elven mage. Just you know.
Well, I just do my best to dodge them and not be hit by boulders and people and anything really.
Alright, what background are you using?
Knight.
Okay.
My experience in battle as a knight.
So you trying to deathly dodge these things, or are you trying to like physically move these things as they're coming your way?
The first.
So you're trying to deathly dodge these things. Okay.
Yeah.
So everything's going right for you.
Also, that roll was not hidden, by the way.
I know that hit roll wasn't hidden. There was a few rolls that were hidden.
Oh, there was. I didn't even notice.
Of course, we didn't notice. That's the point.
I know.
Gabs, you know, or Callie? Kale? Kale's just dodging things left and right as they fall towards him. You know, he's dodging them so well, he's accidentally like catching cats and like flinging them. You know, it's like they hit his shield, and he like hits the ground with the his shield, and they just skitter off, like it was a professional move. He's doing this perfectly, or as perfectly as he thinks he can do it. The only problem is there's a mage who catches a building, who catches Gab, and they both fall into something.
Wait, what?
You were hit by a flying person. Mysterious flying person. Yep, you didn't pass your check.
I mean, is it a female? Is it not? I don't want it to be a dude.
You can roll me perception for that. Just ask your. Do you have any wisdom?
No, I have enough to not have a debuff. So
Okay, just roll me a d20.
Oh.
You're pretty sure all elves are considered female, regardless of the fact they may not be.
What?
But
what does that mean?
All elves are equally female in your eyes.
What?
But this one doesn't look like a normal elf. This looks like a second-hand elf that you ran through the gutter once, and he's obviously male.
God damn it! Get off me, dude!
But he didn't like land on you. He just kind of thudded against your shield.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that, mate. Just get to safety or something.
Alright, I think that's where we're going to end it.
End it, okay.
Alright. I think that was pretty good. Yeah. I think it's a good...
What the hell does it mean? All elves are considered female.